of what she thinks is candy, but it is a dry clitoris. We're about to do final sequence, aren't we? Let us get through it. So, I have surgery to do in a short while, so let's get the review doing. So, if you have not seen the reviews from yesterday and the day before, as I forgot to mention, there'll be links to those in the description below. So go on, go watch those now, yeah? Okay, so guten Tag. I am your host, Dr. Fripp, and when I do not perform torture surgery, I am here in my hideaway reviewing movies, particularly horror. So today is the conclusion of a 3-part review trilogy, and that is the Human Centipede 3 final sequence. Written and directed by Tom Six, starring Dieter Laser from the first one as Dr. Heiter, and Lawrence R. Harvey, Martin Lomax from the second one, both in new roles as Bill Boss and Dwight Butler. Dieter Laser is Bill Boss, Lawrence R. Harvey is Dwight Butler, along with Brie Olson, Eric Roberts, and Tom Six himself. So, the first one was a movie, the second one was a movie within the movie, this third one is 2 movies within the movie. So, it's set in a prison in the middle of the desert, and, well, let's just say, it's out of control. The prison guards and the prison inmates and stuff, yeah. So, they think, what could we do for a solution? So Dwight comes up with an idea for Bill Boss. Why not make a human centipede out of the prisoners? Bill Boss is racist, sexist, and is a complete nutter. In fact, there's one part where he gets raped in the kidney after having it, and it's just a nightmare. That's when he agrees to the human centipede punishment idea and shows it in the canteen to the prison inmates, telling them, this is what we're going to do to you. The movie also has Brie Olson in it as Daisy, Bill Boss's secretary, and Eric Roberts as Governor Hugh. Governor Hugh inspects the prison, and he says when he comes back in a few days, he expects some improvements and change or he will fire his ass. So, Dwight keeps nagging at Bill Boss about the centipede punishment. And also, yeah, in the part where he shows them the films, a prison riot then breaks out, and let's just say Daisy gets knocked into a coma. There's also a funny blowjob scene in the film, and Daisy wants to get the taste out of her mouth, so she gets a piece of what she thinks is candy, but it is a dry clitoris. Come on, that cannot be the first cock you tasted, or clitoris, alright? Brie Olson, she's a former porn star. Anyhow, let's carry on with the film. So, they actually book an appointment with Tom Six and get his approval on the whole thing. And then what happens, so Bill Boss, he believes in medieval torture, but Dwight says that's not the solution. The centipede is. So he agrees to it after having the nightmares. They book an appointment with Tom Six, who appears in the movie as himself. Anyhow, he decides to, he gives them his blessing. He gives them the blessing and lets them use the idea as long as he gets to watch and observe. Bill Boss, he's a crazy man. He cuts off prisoners' balls and cooks their testicles and eats them. And he then also scalds them, breaks their limbs, you know, a lot of stuff. And at one point orders dry clitorises and eats them. It's fucking crazy, you know. Most of the film is just Dieter Laser shouting and screaming. And also, if you want to see a centipede in it, do not hold your breath, because we see the centipede within the last 10 minutes. And yeah, so what else goes on in the film? Yeah, this one also, the first one was sort of torture porn, body horror. Second one, exploitation, body horror. This third one, I think they've gone in a more comedic approach and gone with the comedy horror feel. And gone to Tom Six's original idea, because originally the Human Centipede was meant to be a comedy. It was meant to have truck drivers and two child molesters at the back of them, but it didn't take off like that, so they made it a body horror. Still, the movie was, probably the original intentions of Tom Six's work. I think of the trilogy as an anthology series, because it's a different setting every time, just with the Human Centipede sewing mouth to ass idea in there. This one, they decide to numb the legs of the prisoners and sew their mouths open to the next one's ass, so they can eat shit and keep their teeth, the front teeth. So, yeah, because when they finish serving their sentences, they are then free to go with a constant reminder of little scars on their mouth and their ass cracks. And so the death row inmates and the life sentence ones, they get put together mouth to ass, but they have their arms and legs cut off and become a human caterpillar. I don't know if that's a reference or a sort of a teaser or something for an upcoming horror movie, but yeah, I don't know. Also, yeah, should there be a fourth movie? No. I don't see the point in a fourth film. I think it's, Tom Six has done good. End it just as a trilogy, alright? Don't make a fourth, because there's no point. There's only so far you can go with the idea of the movie concept. So yeah, the Human Centipede 3 final sequence. Let me see. I'm going to give this a good. I'm going to give it. I'm afraid I have to give it a 2.5 cooked testicles out of 5 dry clitorises, because it was okay, but it was also a bit boring. A lot of shouting and cursing and swearing, and we didn't see the centipede until the very end. The movie ends where Bill Boss is just screaming and shouting in the watchtower, whilst the centipede is in the prison yard. It also has Daisy in the centipede too, because she was in the prison riot and got beaten into a coma, and somehow she was fucking sewed in there. I don't fucking know why. It's just fucked up. Also, so Dwight does not get all the credit. Bill Boss blows his head off, so he can get all the credit, because in the last 15 minutes, the governor inspects the prison and thinks it's disgusting and it's a violation of human rights and they'll get the death penalty. Till he comes back a bit later with a change of heart saying, this is exactly what America needs. And yeah, he kills Dwight so he can get all the credit, even though it was Dwight's idea and solution. Anyway, yeah, like I just said, I give it a ranking of 2.5 cooked testicles out of 5 dry clitorises. So, if you like this video, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And, Rather Ross, he's coming back soon from his break. I mean, he's been doing the odd random video and stuff, hasn't he, on this channel? But he's still in his social media, so there are links to his social media down below in the description, with his Facebook page and his Twitter account. So be sure to click on all those, like, follow to stay updated on what he gets up to outside of the YouTube community. And yeah, so can't think of much more to say. So yeah, till next time, I bid you all a Wiedersehen, goodbye, yeah?